Welcome to Prevent Your Adventure. And tonight I haven't gone far from home. I'm sure you're tired of hearing the story. I still don't have my new vehicle, just a little paranoid about going very far, putting on mileage because we had come to an agreed price and just waiting for Toyota to send that thing. So tonight I'm at a place, it's been here forever in one form or another. I came here in high school in the 70s, and it was here as something else. But let me tell you, I'm here at it's now known and has been known as this name for a long time as Pizza King. And Danny LaFave and Charlotte Dion sent me a recommendation, said they'd like to see me come try it out and give my opinion. They really like it. I haven't been here very often. It's a place in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to show you, another viewer asked if I could show the places I go to. So it sits on a pond, and it's literally in the middle of nothing. It's on the Connecticut-Rhode Island border. Got to come down to a dirt road to get to it, and it's a very popular place. So went online, I'm looking at reviews. There's people they swear by it. They've been coming here 15 or 20 years or more. It's been Pizza King forever. When I came, I've been a couple times as Pizza King. When I came as a young person, it was Kickapoo. It's got a deck overlooking the pond. It's got a fireplace inside. It used to be really, maybe it still is, but it used to be really popular with snowmobilers and stuff in the winter. It's just out here, and people come out snowmobiling and stop by. And so anyhow, Pizza King, let me show you what I got. Nothing too far out of the ordinary. Some hand-cut French fries. They have a sourdough garlic bread. That just sounded so good, I had to try that. And a large pepperoni pizza where the pepperoni is under the cheese. So, more food. I've got 2 or 3 days worth of food here, but that's okay. So let me set up the camera and we'll get into it. Okay, let's start with a French fry or two. Nice thick, got the skin on French fries. In my opinion, slightly undercooked. But that's my opinion. This is what I was interested to try, sourdough garlic bread. That's different in a good way. I like that. Came with some marinara for dipping. We'll try that after. Okay. This looks like a lot of cheese. I gotta get myself ready. Most of the cheese stayed in the box. I remember not being a fan of the crust, and I thought, well, now that I've been exposed to 240 or so different crusts, let's see what happens. I'm strangely still not a fan of the crust. It's not crispy, but it's kind of hard. A lot of cheese. Even with all the cheese that slid off, there's a lot of cheese. So, I'm in Northeast Connecticut, where it's pretty much exclusively Greek pizzas. So people that eat pizza around here are eating Greek pizza. And so this is the type of pizza they're used to. So I understand why they're raving about it in that context. I just, something about that crust just doesn't catch me right, and I don't know what it is. It's hard but not crisp. Like chewy, but hard, but not crispy hard. Just hard. Ton of cheese. Anyhow, let me eat some food and I'll come back and tell you what I really think. Alright, let's wrap it up here at Pizza King in, I guess, East Killingly, Connecticut. It's in Killingly. I think this is East Killingly. Somewhere between East Killingly and South Killingly. Anyhow, out in the middle of nowhere. If you want something out in the middle of nowhere, overlooks a lake, it's got a deck. It looks like it might be screened in, but I have an eye doctor's appointment in less than a month, and I can't tell if that screen's way over there or not. But anyhow, that seems to be where everybody's sitting, because there's quite a few cars here, and I went in, there's only 2 tables taken up. So, let's talk about the food. Once again, just to go back, I'm not sure what I told you or not. This place started out in the 70s as a place called Kickapoo. In 1985, it became Pizza King. And I think there's been 3 owners, but for almost all of that time, it was really one owner. It went by the name of Buddy. And I'm not sure what happened. You heard rumors like they just didn't renew the lease, and so Kickapoo was out and his place was in. And for a while, I want to say in the 90s, Kickapoo tried operating a place over on Route 6 near the fire station in South Killingly. Some of you may have driven by that and remember seeing it. But I just drove by to get here, and it's all overgrown. There's nothing there now. It's been closed for quite a while. So, Kickapoo to Pizza King. French fries, my kind of fries. They're the same type you get at the fairs. That's my favorite type of French fry. And these were good. I just thought they were slightly undercooked. The sourdough garlic bread, liked the bread. Plenty of cheese, nice marinara. I didn't get any garlic out of it, but overall it was still a good bread experience. The sourdough was nice and thick and heavy and just made for an interesting food experience. The pizza, like I said, people who come here, and this is what they're used to, love it. I've never cared for the crust. I apologize, I can't put it into words. It's just kind of strange texture. Like a hard bottom, but not a crispy bottom. And just kind of a different texture. I don't care for it. Place does very well. Been here for almost 40 years as Pizza King, so it doesn't matter what I think. They're doing okay. Ton of cheese on it. If you're into cheese, this is another one that those of you guys who really like the Greek pan style pizza with a lot of cheese, this is your place. A lot of cheese. So it was an okay food experience. A really nice girl waiting on me in there. I didn't get her name. I was trying to quiz her about the history, but she was born after it became Pizza King, so she's not quite sure on the dates or anything, which is okay. She was a really nice person. I enjoyed talking to her. Really nice young lady. And let's give her the score. Here's some music playing. I don't know if they used to have live music here or not. I can't remember. I gotta remember. That was like, well, 45 years ago? 50 years ago. Oh my gosh, I'm having my 50th, I'm not going, I'm having my 50th class reunion in 2 years, if they have it. I don't know. Man, am I old. Anyhow, so let's give it a score, 0 to 10. Once again, thanks to Danny and Charlotte for sending me here. Looking around, thinking where I want to go here score-wise. $7.6. It just not. And I hope you've caught on by now. that when I say it's not my type of pizza, it's not that I'm not like other people you may watch who swear that if it's not brick oven or coal fired that it can't be higher than an 8. It's not. I try to base it on what it is compared to other of the same genre. So it's not because it's Greek style or pan pizza or anything like that. It just didn't really do it for me. So I'm going to give it a 7.6 at Pizza King here in Killingly, Connecticut. I actually had to cross over slightly into Rhode Island to get here, and then back into Connecticut. All right, throwback story. I'm sitting here looking out at this very beautiful, peaceful pond. I have no idea if it's used for anything. I don't see any structures around it except for this one. Maybe they own the whole property. I don't know. But anyhow, just giving me a thought back to when I was... I gotta go with a Weeblo. I think we've talked about Weeblos before. Weeby Loyal Scouts. I don't know if they even exist anymore, but it was a step at the time between the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts, so it was pretty much middle school. 6th grade, 7th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, I don't know. Still remember my troop leader, Mr. Clark. I really liked that guy. So looking at this reminds me, camping is not my thing. But we were on a camp out at Wolf Den State Park in the camping area, the Boy Scout, Weeblo troop, whoever we were. Pretty sure it was Weeblos because Mr. Clark was there. And they came up with a game for capture the flag, but you know, kids are always saying, you didn't hit me, you didn't get me. So they came up with something where they took all these old socks and filled them with flour. And if you hit someone, you could tell that you got them. Might have been the precursor to paint guns. I don't know. So we were playing Capture the Flag. And somehow I got into a swampy area that I don't know what I was doing or where I was going. It's kind of vague. Because if my class reunion is 50 years ago, this would be at least 55 years ago. So we were running around. I got into a bit of a swampy area. I'm holding on to a tree, trying to figure out where I'm going, because I'm on somewhat solid ground, but it's swampy around me. And all of a sudden, a bee comes flying along. Up to this point in my life, I think I've been stung 3 or 4 times. I can't tell you, but no more than that. Well, on this particular day, this bee took a liking to me. And it landed... and it went up inside my nose, and then I started freaking out, and so it stung me inside my nose, on the outside, but inside my nose. At that point in my life, probably the worst pain I'd ever felt. I started freaking out, and all the adults came running trying to figure out who had killed me or whatever. And so they got me out of there, but I still remember the bee sting inside the nose. Oh my gosh, did that hurt. And look at, obviously as I became an adult, the nose became bigger, but it's never been small. So that bee had plenty of room to get up there unimpeded. I don't think he was too far in, maybe right around here. But I just remember that bee sting in the nose. And, man, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So there's my throwback story. Looking at this beautiful outdoorsy area, idyllic area, reminded me of Wolf Den camping area and the bee sting in the nose. So anyhow, Pizza King, Killingly, Connecticut, 7.6.